Okay, so we are discussing about the third type of your light microscope, that is phase contrast microscope. So as consideration of all those 3 points, phase contrast microscope, which is most widely used nowadays for different types of purposes. So phase contrast microscope, it is explained by enhances the contrast between the intracellular structure having slight differences in a refractive index. So refractive index of your specimen, so different specimen, they are having different types of refractive index. So for changing the refractive index of your specimen and environmental portion of your specimen, we are using the contrast microscope. Already we know that all the different types of electronic devices like your television, then your mobile phone, they are having contrast option. So that contrast will may differentiate between the light source. So by changing the light source, we can focus on what the point we have to observe very easily. So this is the point by which we are observing that phase contrast microscope. For that we are having few example. Okay, so in a first image we easily observe the bright field. Now observe in that image that specimen which is having dark color, but the background it is very bright, so it is called as a bright field. Then next it is simply called as phase contrast. It is called as a phase contrast. Already we are discuss about phase contrast means background it is quite a different one, and during that specimen they are having different types of yellow structure, they are having quite a transparent structure. So by changing the light, by making the contrast medium, we can observe that specimen. And third, it is simply called as a dark field object or dark field environment. So these are like I told you that if your specimen it is having a fluorescent property, so we make our environment as a dark, as a black. So in that dark medium we can easily observe our specimen. So it is called as simply dark field. So these are three different types. It is one, first one it is bright field, second one it is called as a phase contrast, and third it is called as a dark field environment. This is one diagram by which we differentiate between that dark field or your contrast field. Okay, by which we can identify that microorganism as well as the property and all the different aspect or all the different parts of that microorganism. Okay, but now the point is again observed that the phase contrast microscope it is launched by the person. Okay, again because it is new method, so but obvious there should be someone who launched that method. So it is the first microscope method which is allow observation of living cell. So first time we are easily observed the living microorganism by this method. So it is called as a phase contrast microscope, and it was invented by first Mr. Fritz Zerinik, a scientist named as it is Fritz Zerinik, and he was awarded by the Nobel Prize in 1953, and he is a physician. He is a physician. He got a prize, a Nobel. He got a Nobel Prize. Okay. Now you can observe that image. Quite it is similar as that of a simple binocular microscope, but it is having one additional instrument. If we focus on one area which is having a top portion like a lens part, so this is additional part of your microscope which is used for that phase contrast medium. So this phase contrast microscope is a optical microscope technique that convert the phase shift in a light passing through the transparent specimen to the brightness changes in the image. Means it indicates that whatever the light we are going to bombard on the specimen, that light can be changed by this system, and as per our need we can change the, or we can contrast our medium, and by contrasting the light we can easily observe the specimen. Okay, so this part it is considered in that phase contrast microscopy. So phase contrast microscopy, it is having different points. In that, first, the phase contrast microscopy made it possible to study living cell and how they are proliferate through the cell division. Already we know that different types of microorganism, they must be developed by cell division. Okay, so in that phase contrast microscopy we are observed the living cell or living microorganism. So if we are observing the living microorganism, we can find out the lifestyle of that microorganism, means how they are going to proliferate, how they are going to divide. All those points we can observe by this phase contrast microscopy. Then used to examine the living organism or specimen that would be damaged, altered by attaching them to the slide or stain. Means in that point we are easily observe the specimen or microorganism if they are damaged, or if they are having proper stain or not. If we are observing the simple type of microorganism, at that time we required that specimen should be stained. But during that phase contrast microscopy, if your microorganism if it is not properly stained, but still we are easily observe that microorganism. Okay, then it is conventional light microscope fitted with the phase contrast objective and phase contrast condenser. Now in that point they are going to elaborate the working and construction of that microscopy. In that phase contrast microscope, two parts are very important. As consideration of your phase contrast, we required phase contrast objective, and second we required the phase contrast condenser. By these two parts we are going to make that microscope as a phase contrast microscope. Okay, then light passes through one material and into the another material of slightly different refractive index or thickness will undergo changes into the phase. These changes are translated into the variation in a brightness of your structure. Now we are focused on the two part. First it is called as a phase contrast objective, and second it is called as a phase contrast condenser. From those two parts, when light goes transfer from one medium to another medium, one medium to another medium means what? Light passes from air to that slide medium, then slide medium to that object, and object to the next your next from condenser to the objective. So these changes medium can easily observed by changing the environment, and we can change the brightness by that instrument. Okay, now the construction and working. So two parts, we should focus on two parts. Those are included in that construction and working. In the phase contrast microscope has a special type of diaphragm. We are having special type of diaphragm consisting of an annular stop, which is having annular stop. We are having in a next slide before we concentrate on that also. The annular stop allow only hollow cone of light rays. Okay, so annular stop, it allow only hollow cone of your light rays. And next it is phase plate, it is having specific ring coated through the material can retarded that direct rays or undifferentiated rays are unalert and amplitude and phases. Okay, this type of point, first we have to observe that diagram, then we can easily understand those points. So in that image center, in a center part, if we observe the phase plate, and last it is called as a condenser annulus. So these are two different parts which are, again, in a left hand side we are focused that condenser, specimen, objective, direct light. Okay, so by this protocol we are easily observed where we are adding those 2 points. First it is called as a condenser annulus, and second it is called as a phase plate. So both are very important point as consideration of your phase contrast microscopy. Again, in this diagram we can easily observe that the annular ring which is having at a bottom, means from where the light source get come, first it is come in a contact with your annular ring. So annular ring, it will only just distribute the light from that outer ring. So inner part light will not be exposed to the next condenser area. So condenser, we know that the condenser we are adjusting the light. So by condenser the light get concentrated. Okay, concentrated light, it is go and bombard on that specimen. Okay, so that specimen will reflect now all the type of light. Okay, it will reflect different types of light. So the objective, we are having different types of objective. So objective can be focus all those light, but now we are having the phase ring. Now we are having the phase ring. That phase ring only concentrate the contrast light, and those contrast light focus the object. So by this situation we can easily observe that phase contrast light pathway. The condenser of phase contrast microscope having annular stop. Already we know that annular stop they are having at a bottom of your microscope. An opaque disc of your thin transparent ring. Okay, it is having thin transparent ring. So by this ring only a specific light which is reflected. So which produces hollow cone of your light, means those area which is inner part of that ring where we doesn't reflected the light. Then as that thin cone phase through the cell, some light rays are bent due to the variation in a density and refractive index with the specimen, and are retarded by about 1/4 light. But obvious, if we are only passing a few light, if we are concentrating the light, 1/4 amount of light will be passed only through that ring. Okay, the diffraction light is focused to form an image to the object. Okay, means that much of light only reflected, so it is only bombard on that specimen and it will reflected that objective. Okay, then finally all the rays, means diffracted and not diffracted, they come together to the eyepiece lens. Diffracted and non-deflected, they are both come in a contact with your eyepiece. So this type of microscopy, it is called as a dark phase contrast microscopy. So phase contrast microscopy, it is specially useful for studying the microbial mobility, then determining the shape of your living cells, and detecting the bacterial component. So these are just a few uses. So again, in that diagram we are easily focused that if we focus on the lower part, that it is dark field disc, and same light will be travel from one medium to another medium, and last it is phase plate. So from phase plate the contrast medium can be focus the specimen, easily focus the specimen. Now, principle of phase contrast microscopy. In that, unstained bacteria have constitute of different refractive index. So this is very important point. Few microorganisms, they are having different types of constituent. Due to that different types of constituent, they are having the different types of refractive index. So for focusing those microorganisms, we require that phase contrast microscopy. Then diffraction of the light. So diffraction of light, it must be observed in that phase contrast microscopy. Then phase contrast microscopy employ an optical mechanism to translate minute variation in the phase into corresponding changes in the intensity of the image. Okay, so intensity of your image can easily observed by the phase contrast microscopy. So if as per our requirement different types of specimen, we can changes the light by your phase contrast microscopy. So these are the images where we observed that the light which is shown by the like as a wave. So in a first image, ray in a phase. So first A diagram, all the rays are in a same format, but when it come in a phase plate, the rays, they are changing their medium, and after changing the medium, their waves are also get changes, and after that we can observe that it is phase contrast microscopy. Okay, so uses. Next, the last point, it is uses of your phase contrast microscopy. First, phase contrast microscopy, it is enabled to visualization of internal cellular component. All the different types of cellular component, like we know that nucleus, nucleolus, then your cytoplasm, all those points can easily observed by this phase contrast microscopy. Then diagnosis of your tumor cell. Nowadays we all know that cancer patient, they are very frequently increases. So for that we require to observe which type of cancer cells are there. So for that diagnosis we require that tumor cell, we require that phase contrast microscope. Then examination of growth, then dynamic and behavior of your wide variety of living cell in a cell culture. Okay, so if we want to develop the cell culture or cell medium, so during that process, the how that microorganism get developed, how they are going to do their dynamic and kinetic activity, how they are behaving, how their culture get developed, all those activity can easily observed by this phase contrast medium. Again, application in that where we are going to apply those phase contrast method. So application, it included phase contrast microscopy equipment range from study of living biological specimen, already we are discussed. Also medical application, study of living study of your live blood cell and other biological and science application. Okay, by living biological cell means again your cancerous cell, like that. Then most commonly used to provide the contrast of your transparent specimens such as living cell or small organism. Okay, so small organism means small different parts. Okay, like we are discuss about example that nucleolus and other cell component, they are can easily observed by your phase contrast medium method. Okay, so here we are completed our topic, it is microscopy. Thank you.